another one bites the dust. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to finally be back, and if you are new, welcome. My name is Griselda. I have been sick for like a whole week and I couldn't get out of bed. So I'm super excited to be doing this makeup look, and as you can see by the title of this video, I am going to be recreating a makeup look that Makeup by Ariel did on Kylie Jenner, which I fell in love with. I was just like, you know what, I need to recreate it. I also tried to recreate the hair that Jesus did on her for that photo that she posted. Let me go ahead and show you guys the look that I'm talking about. She looks super pretty, very clean, very glam, super simple, which is the reason why I really gravitated towards that look. So in this video, not only will I be showing you guys step by step, but I am also going to be using a drugstore makeup. This shows you that you don't need to spend a lot of money to look really good. Before we do get started, I do want to address the elephant in the room. This right here. This is not a hickey. Just letting you guys know, I actually broke out in a rash when I was sick because I was going in and out of my fever, and this just ended up happening. Just want to let you guys know that it's not a hickey, it is a rash. I am treating it, so do not worry. So now we can get started with this video. First, we're gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of this ColourPop. This is the Matte Plus Blur Primer, and I really love using this because it definitely keeps me matte throughout the whole entire day. And as you saw in the photo, she definitely has a really all over matte look. So while that settles in, we're gonna use this Covergirl brow pencil. This is the ultra fine brow pencil in the shade Honey Brown. You guys, I've been letting my brows grow out, so they've been kind of crazy. I want them to be a little bit lower here, so I'm trying to let this part grow out so they're not too high up. Definitely hard because I just kind of cleaned them up just to film this video. Make sure to let me know in the comments if you want me to do an updated brow tutorial, because my brows have definitely changed and I've been trying to let them grow out, but honestly, it's been so hard because once I see a little hair, I want to pluck it out. I definitely have changed my brows within the last like year and a half. I really like this pencil because it just glides on like butter and it's so easy to clean up. And it also gives me like a lighter tone to my brows. You see how it lightened them just a little bit? Even my brow hair looks a lot darker on this side. So for foundation, I'm going to be using this Up to 24-Hour Foundation by Maybelline. So I ran out of my actual color, so I might have to mix these two. I'm going to start off with this one. This is in the shade Toffee Caramel, and we're also using an affordable sponge. This one is, I think, by Juno. I think that's the company. I've actually used this sponge before and I really like it. I think it's gonna be too dark. Yeah. So I'm gonna do a few pumps of this Sun Beige. So this foundation is also a matte finish, which I really love. Because you necessarily don't need to set it, but if you are going to be wearing it throughout the whole day, then I would recommend to set it. At first I was a little skeptical about using this sponge, but it's actually works really well. It blends out the foundation really nice. The only thing I feel like I'm trying to find something wrong with this sponge and I can't, but it just kind of, I guess it feels weird. Like once it dries, it just feels kind of odd on your skin. And I think that's what I'm trying to say. So for concealer, I'm going to be using this BH Cosmetics concealer. This is a total coverage concealer. This is in the shade 114. It's just going to help me kind of color correct right in here. This is such a good full coverage affordable concealer. I feel like Kylie always looks really highlighted, especially when she's taking her photos with flash. You can tell like right underneath her eyes. So we're going to be using the same BH Cosmetics total coverage concealer, but this is going to be in the shade 106, which is a lot lighter and it's more of a yellow base. So we're going to concentrate that concealer in this area because usually when I look at her photos, she has a really nice like highlighted look underneath her eyes. So we're just gonna pop that in here, and I want to make sure that it doesn't dry down, so I'm gonna go ahead and just blend it out right after I apply it. Then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side and finish highlighting the rest of the high points of the face with the same concealer. To contour my face, I'm gonna be using this LA Pro concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze. These concealers are super easy to blend out, and and they are so affordable. So we're just gonna blend that out before it dries down. And sometimes I feel like a brush is quicker than a sponge when it comes to blending out the contour. My biggest fear when I am blending out my cream contour, I'm just afraid that it's gonna dry down and I'm not gonna be able to blend it out quick enough. So I always like make sure that I blend it out really quick. I'm just pinching the brush to kind of mimic a flatter brush, and then I just kind of go in with the sponge to blend it all out. So to set the under eyes, we're going to be using this ColourPop translucent powder, and I'm going to actually pick up a more tapered brush and set it, and I'm just lightly pressing it in. Usually she's really highlighted like in this area. I haven't really tried setting my under eyes with that sponge, so I usually pick up a brush because it is made out of velvet, so I don't know how well it would set my under eyes. I feel like I should give it a try one of these days. So I'm going to be using the Sundance bronzer. It does have a little bit of shimmer, but it's not too noticeable, which is going to be fine for this look. We're just going to use that same brush that we used to kind of blend out the cream contour. So to bake right underneath my cheekbones, I'm going to use the No Filter Setting Powder by ColourPop in the shade Banana. Let's go ahead and try it with the Juno sponge, see how that works. Not bad actually. It definitely feels a little weird, but with that brush that I use to bake under my eyes, I'm just gonna dust that off. Now that we've got the skin almost completely done, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the cheeks. In that photo, she has like a really rosy, like pink blush. And the only one that I can find that was like closest to the one that she's wearing is this color called Free by Morphe. This is from the Pop of Pink trio. And I find like she had it more right here, like at the apple of the cheeks. Sometimes I feel like I can pull off that super blushy look, but sometimes I'm just like, yo, Griselda, you need to like buff that out. But it always looks really pretty on Kylie. So for the eyes, I am going to be using that same concealer because it is really thick, and you guys know I love a really thick layer on my eyes. So I'm going to be using the shade 114. I'm actually going to put it on my hand and then pick it up from there. We're just going to apply it directly on into a patting motion. So I saw James Charles post a video. I think it's like how I used to do my makeup versus how I do my makeup now. I was thinking of doing that video because my technique has definitely changed so much. Not that I used to do my makeup bad, it was just like I used to do my makeup very different. Let me know in the comments down below if I should, if it's a good idea, because I feel like I've evolved as an artist, just period. So I think that'd be a good idea. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and set with the translucent powder. I feel like the eyes are definitely my favorite from this look because it's really, really soft and nothing over the top, and it looks just so clean and so pretty. So for the eyes, I'm going to be using this Rimmel London. This is the Magnif'eyes Spice Edition palette, and I thought this was perfect because it has like all the shades that I feel like she was wearing in that look. So we're going to pick up this like skin tone color right here. The crease was definitely very warm, and I find that it was like subtle warm, but you can definitely see that there was some type of definition. So we're just gonna focus that in the crease, and we're gonna bring it a little high up. Once you start building the color, it starts giving you a little bit more depth. And I'm actually gonna be using that brush that comes with the palette. We're gonna pick up this color right here. It's like a chocolatey color. We're gonna place that right at the lash line, just kind of flick it outward. I feel like he gave her a little wing, so we're gonna pick up an angled brush and just kind of create that wing with that shadow. But it was like a very subtle wing, nothing too dramatic. So we're just gonna buff it out so it's not so sharp, because I don't think it was like a super sharp wing. So I'm gonna switch palettes, and we are going to use this full spectrum Covergirl So Saturated palette, and we are going to be using this color right in here. to pop that on the center of the lid, and I'm actually just picking it up with my finger. The only time my finger comes in handy with my broken nail. We're just gonna pop that right on the lid. I'm gonna go back in to that darker brown, and we're just going to continue adding a little bit more dimension to the lash line. So for mascara, we're going to be using this Essence Volume Hero Mascara, and this is a waterproof mascara. I've heard so many amazing things about this mascara and yet to try it, so we're going to give it a try today. It gives you a really clean lash look. That's the best way that I can describe this mascara. Not clumpy at all. I should describe this as like a lash lift mascara. So if you guys have seen the lash lifts that people have been posting on Instagram, when they basically curl your lashes and they stay like that for a few weeks, that's the look that this mascara gives you. Okay, so she definitely has a really clean lash look for this makeup. I'm not sure if she has individuals or she has extensions. I'm not quite sure, but this is the closest that I feel like I can get to her lashes. These are the pre-cut lashes by Ardell. These, you can kind of place them wherever you feel like you need a little bit more fullness, which I think is a great idea. I'm gonna pop these right on the outer corner, and you wanna make sure that you get them right on that lash line. And then I'm gonna move the second one a little bit more in the center, and you can already see that it's giving you a fuller effect. So we're gonna add the third one almost like on the inner corner. These fit perfect right in that area. It does come with 4, but I don't think I need the inner corner one. Okay, so for my waterline, I'm gonna be using this Maybelline Lasting Drama Light Liner, and this is in the shade Starling Gold. I find that she always has like a really nice like a white liner, but it has like a little bit of shimmer, so I think this is going to be perfect for the waterline. So I'm going to pick up that same transition shade, and we're going to run that through the lash line at the bottom. Just kind of diffuse it a little bit. We're just going to coat the bottom of our lashes with a little bit of mascara. I took a look at the photo again just to see, make sure I'm not missing anything before I do my lips, and it does look like the crease is a little darker, so we're just going to use that same chocolatey brown that we used on the lash line to kind of deepen in the crease a little bit. We're just going to kind of pop that in the crease just a little bit. So to top off the lips, she does have like a really like muted toffee color. So we're gonna be using this Peanut by Morphe, and I feel like that's like the closest to her lip color. This one is probably a little more on the orangey side, but it's like pretty close to what I feel like she is using in that photo. This is the final look. I hope I did Ariel justice. I definitely feel like this look is very suitable for anyone, for any occasion. It's super simple, very clean, straight to the point. The best part is that you're using nothing but affordable products. You don't need to break the bank to look like a Kardashian, basically. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on this look, if you're gonna recreate it. If you don't like it, then too bad, so sad, and I will see you guys in my next video.